Welcome to Natasha in Your Phone YouTube channel. I'm very happy you're here and I am excited to do another video. Wow, can't talk, so this will already be great. Today I want to focus on doing a wrap-up page for September. This is the last thing I need to do before my September will be ready to go, all wrapped up. So usually how I start, also sorry if you can hear distant whistling from my bird. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess depending on how you see it, it's just going to be a standard thing in my videos. Anyway, so this is like the typical layout that I have, and I started doing this, I want to say in April, it might have been May. Let's see. Yeah, April was the first time I did it, and I do like the layout. I've made like small changes as I've gone, which is fine. I just, May, yeah, that's April, so there's another wrap up. I think I want to switch it up just a little bit, but also I'm unsure how I'm going to do that. There's another wrap up. I like having Kindle streak. I like putting down like any new recipes that I've tried and highlights. Another wrap up. Basically, I'm unsure of how I'm going to switch it up. But we'll see as we go. So I do have notes over here. I've gone through, I finished 3 books in September. So I had the 7-year slip, But Everyone Feels This Way, and the Roommate Risk. I made at least 2 new recipes. So I'll flip through this as well. I looked at my Kindle streak, and you can do that by going into your Kindle app on your phone. And then I think it's under settings, there's reading insights, and it will just tell you how many days you've read. So I had to count back a little bit to find that since I'm recording this on the 5th of October. And then I just have a list of highlights. So I like to gather that before, especially when I'm recording. The first couple of ones I didn't. I just kept flipping back and forth. But it is kind of nice to sit down and evaluate everything, especially some of the highlights that I've had. I haven't had as many or as much space. I just haven't given myself that much room. Oh, that's not it. So here I had, I didn't have enough room for all the highlights, so I had to count and do the top highlights. I think this was one as well. Yeah, this was one that I only had a small number of highlights to do, or highlight spaces to put highlights in. So anyway, I like just kind of having a list of stuff before. It also helps me kind of visualize. But anyway, so going through, I do actually have my grandparents' 80th birthday on the list, and cleaning my office, which happened on Labor Day, not Memorial Day. That's actually where this photo came from as well. The dogs were misplaced. I started my Substack, which is exciting. What else did I do? I read, played games, and ate Taco Bell with some friends. We went to the state fair with my family. That's not it. That's not the day. We went to Black Bear. I don't think I have anything on here. That one was pretty funny. We were driving and there was this weird flapping noise on our car and we couldn't figure out what was going on. And we got out and I ended up finding a chunk of duct tape that was flapping. It was hitting the wheel well. And anyway, we pulled it off and then it got stuck to the back tire. And then it ended up falling off. But anyway, okay, I don't have anything from these days. I do have the state fair on my list. I do have the Euro Bowl. Not the Jedi robes. I have Sunflower Festival on there. That one's pretty funny. I do have Fan X and my mom borrowing a potato. My family's so weird. I have that we're watching Teddy on the list. While my friend goes to Taiwan, we're watching their dog. Let's see what else. I think that's mostly it. This day, Saturday, I was actually up at a cabin with my friends. We went up on Friday night, but I think that will be, I'll have the pictures on the 1st because I was also up there for that day, but I really like having the last day of the month be a wrap up. So with that, I need to take this out because I don't like writing on it with it at an angle. Let's see how that, maybe a little less pages. Okay, that feels a little more even. My makeshift pencil board. Anyway. Okay, now to decide on a color. maybe I'll do blue, because last night when I was making this OMG, I was considering putting in blue, and then for some, I can't remember the reasoning, but I ended up just going with these three. But I think blue would be pretty, it'd be complementary. Maybe somehow I could also incorporate washi tape, because I just never use it. Like, I have a lot of washi tape, but I never think to use it, and I don't know why. But also I'm not sure how I would incorporate it. Let's think on this. I think I might just stick with the format that I've been doing. Yeah, just because that's easier. I don't know. Okay, so we'll have wrap up right there. Let's put in a spot for highlights. Oops, I've moved the pages enough. This is the only thing with bending the spine back, is that sometimes the pages underneath will like kind of fold over, especially because I move my journal around a lot. So let's see, if we do highlights, I guess I could do books over here. Highlights, and we'll do 3 books. And sometimes it takes practice to like figure out the size. Like, I just try to visualize, and I feel like a lot of times I'm actually off in how I visualize it, and then I have to end up adding it, or I just have the writing go over whatever color I put down, and it's fine, and I just don't care. It just doesn't bother me enough. Like, I don't know. I think that I have very much checked out of like the perfectionist mindset, because it's so hard to be perfect. Like, and me personally, I'm never going to be perfect. That's funny right here. I saw a meme that said, I'm both dumber and smarter than you think. So don't underestimate me, because I'm actually smart about a lot of stuff, but also don't be surprised if I'm dumb about other stuff. Hope that helps. And that like spoke to me, like spoke to like the very center of my soul, because somehow I am really smart and also really stupid at the same time. So anyway, being perfect is overrated, basically. I think that's had enough time to dry. One thing that I do consider when I'm writing out wrap up is the previous time. So I did kind of like a chunky all lowercase font there. And then here I did it in pen, all caps. July, June. That one I did cursive. I don't know. I just like to like keep switching it up and trying different things and just seeing what works for me. And I do like having them all be slightly different, but I have been really enjoying the small or the lowercase chunky letters. So I might just do that again because I can. And a lot of times, like, I will just flip back through my journal and see what I've done. Like, see if there's anything. Ooh, actually, maybe I'll do something similar to this. Just having, like, the little tails on them and the A's in that style. Yeah, I'll try doing something like that. Or maybe I'll just do all serif. Because it's only wrap up. Let's see. Ooh, I think a delivery driver is coming up to our house. Hopefully it doesn't set off any of the dogs. So if I did... something like this, maybe? Uh-oh. I'm gonna keep talking just to, okay. Dogs are sleeping. Wow, delivery driver just walked by the window. And these dogs have not been set off. I think this might be a miracle. Okay, sorry. I get, like, it just, if you can avoid it. Oh my gosh, it worked. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, sorry for that. Actually, okay. So I'm trying to find, here it is. I want it to be kind of chunkier. I am going to do a wrap up like this. I mentioned it before, I do save my old Tombos when they haven't run out of ink, but the tip is not great. So this one, I don't know if you can really tell, but the tip has been pushed down a lot on one side where this one's still pretty pointy. So I do want it to be that thicker. I want it to be thicker. So that's when I pull this out, and then sometimes I'll use my nicer one to clean it up. But I'll probably use the newer one to write the smaller headings. So let's see. Let's go W R A B U P. Would have liked to make that come out just a little bit more, but we're gonna go with it because it's in pen and it really doesn't matter. It gives it more character. There we go. Let's get that to match. Oh, and there's the mailman, and one dog is up. Okay, so we're gonna write out highlights. Okay, Baxter, just watch. Okay, he's being a good boy. Ooh, do I make highlights match? That's gonna take so much longer to write out though if I do that. No, I'll probably just write it normal. Baxter, please just watch. Good boy. We'll just write books. I'm gonna thicken these lines up just a little bit because I made that K a little bit thicker. Okay, books, we have 7-year slip. We have, but everyone feels this way. And we have the roommate risk. And I actually just realized that I didn't write the highlights first, which means my hand will be over this area, so I will need to find a scrap of paper to put right there so I don't smear the ink. Or maybe it'll just take me long enough to figure out a game plan that it'll dry. But to be safe, I'll probably still put a piece of paper down. Under that, let's put recipes. So I want it to start about right here. I'll give it a little bit more room just because I'm not. I don't have a ton of stuff to add, so it's fine spacing them out a little bit more. So, oh, new recipes, I'll need to write it with that, but I will write this down first. So we did Euro bowls. And I like to line them up above. Sometimes it just takes me a minute to remember that, I guess. Oh, I already spelled that wrong. Guess I'm glad I started off saying that perfection is overrated, because here we go, I'm already messing up my spelling. Sausage and orzo. I don't know. Mistakes just aren't that big of a deal. It doesn't need to look perfect. And even though, like, I'm going to share this, like, most people, I bet, like, when I post it on Instagram, one, no one's gonna say anything if they even notice, but, like, people don't pay that close enough attention. And I bet even looking back, like, I still know what it says. It's fine. So let's go with new recipes. So new. There we go. Books, new recipes. Kindle highlight, I guess. How many? So I'm looking at how many highlights I have, and I will probably count out the spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 with maybe another, so 17. Okay, so it'll be roughly one of these lines for the highlights. Yeah, so I can just do like a big box and have that be 58-day Kindle streak. Okay. Do I want a circle or a box? I'll do a box. Will I? I don't know. Sometimes most of my process is just staring at something for long enough, and then finally I'm just like, okay, whatever, I'll just do this. Like, I don't know, I feel like there's not too much thought that goes into my designs, but sometimes I don't know. I am inconsistent in this, so that is fine. We'll do a circle, I guess. If we gave that a space, let's give this a space. We'll just call this good enough. There we go. Whatever. That one will need a minute to dry. Let me find a piece of paper. Okay, that works. While that's drying, I'll just start writing out highlights. It's cool. Sometimes you have a little hand protector and then you still get ink on you. So, whatever. Another ink smear, so even if you have paper, you can still, I have so many ink smears, like, it's fine. Okay, so there's the gist of that. Let's do, so 58 days. Okay. 58 days. I'm just trying to decide, do I do 58-day Kindle streak? And do I start angling it a little bit to fill out the space more, or should I just write day Kindle streak? Or small day and then bigger Kindle streak? Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm really weird, and I like my page to be like as flat as possible. I hate when you write and the page like lowers, so I feel like I hold like my paper's weird, but it's because I am weird, so I don't know, that's the best way to describe it. I'll do capitals, so day. Oh, I could have spaced that out better. For some reason I was thinking days, 58, whatever. I'll do streak first. Okay. Not the greatest, but it works. And I think I will leave it at that. I guess I could put any movies that we watched, but the thing is, this was one of the months that I just didn't keep track of things that we did, like my typical things tracker. So I don't know if we watched any, I mean, like we watched Ahsoka a lot. We've been rewatching Sex Ed. We've watched some Curb Your Enthusiasm. Maybe for the beginning of October, I will put another things tracker. Ooh, what I could do, because I do also really like having the photo. Like I haven't been consistent with it. I've tried different things. Like this one, I had a things tracker. I also really like this. Oh wait, just kidding. I did have a photo on August. But it's just like a photo that I've recently taken. Like, look at how freaking adorable that is. Like, of course I want to see that all the time. So like, I don't know. I've just really liked having those photos. And actually I usually print these on my work printer because it's an amazing printer, and mine at home is this. Can I find it? No, I cannot. Like, this just isn't quite as high quality. Oh, I already lost that. Okay, never mind. I won't show you because whatever. My home printer it does its job, but it's not as good as my work printer. So wrap up like this one. I loved that picture. So I do like having a picture, but also I could do a tracker. Oh, what I was going to say was that I could still print out a picture, and instead of taping it down completely, I can tape it on the inside so I can still have it like come up and then see, like still have a things tracker. I think that's what I'll do, but that's for a different time. So I guess this is it. This is me doing a wrap-up page, and honestly, not my favorite, not my greatest, but it works. It is a pretty good wrap-up. I feel like we did a lot, but also didn't do a lot in September, so it works. I'm just gonna come in here with my finer tip and clean up some of these lines. Because again, this old one just doesn't have the best tip, and so sometimes, like, if you look closely, I've covered this one up a bit. I just start getting used to, like, the bad tip, and then start fixing, like, the ends of letters, but they're never just, like, nice and crisp. I mean, sometimes they are, but not all the time. Anyway. Okay. Good enough. So, there you go. That is how I do a wrap-up page, and if you do one, please share it with me. I love seeing people's planners or journals, just like in general, but I also love it, like, if I have inspired you at all in seeing it and like seeing your take on it. Like, I don't know, it's fun, and it's fun to see like how you inspire people differently, and even if you copy it, like, that is great. I love to see it. So anyway, if you want to see more of this, if you want, let me know in the comments what kind of journal content you would like to see. I mean, I have just general like journal with me, not anything specific, like nothing specifically planned, but just like, oh, I need to start documenting some of my process, just because, I don't know, none of it, like, I never really have a plan. Like, I was back journaling last night and just printed out a bunch of photos, and like, this works. This gets memories down on the page, and that's fine. I don't think that this is anything like particularly eye-catching. And then like going to this, like, I really do like this page. This is one that I kind of had an idea for in my head, but sometimes it's just like slapping a photo from that day and then writing something down. I think the only thing I would add in this spot is that I like how many I downloaded, not necessarily like the titles, but anyway. And sometimes, like, I don't even know what I did this day, so we're just gonna add some doodles, and maybe I'll find a picture from that day and add it here, or just leave it. I don't know. Anyway, so I just generally have, like, I need to record some journal with me's. I do think that one of the things I want to do is way back here. I probably should take these out now that I've done a flip through, but where is it? These months. So I have January, February, and March. I think one of the plans that I have is to do like a washi tape swatch page, maybe I'll just do like one washi tape in each one, and I think that might take up about 2. I have kind of a big collection. I'm also thinking about getting all of my Tombos and doing it. And that one I could probably, so I might do like the washi tape in January, February, and then for March I'll do my Tombow swatches. And mostly just as a way to document, because even though I don't use washi tapes a lot, I still will occasionally get a new roll. And so I think just seeing like your collection at one time and like how does it grow and change off of that, because that's the same thing with like unread books. I have so many lists of unread books, but it always changes, because I mean I do take some off of the list, but also there are some that I'm like, you know what, I'm not vibing with this book anymore, so I'm just going to offload it. So it's just kind of interesting to see like where things are, how they change throughout time. But anyway, I need to stop talking, otherwise this won't end. I'll just turn it into a live YouTube. Just kidding. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have anything that you'd like to see, anything you'd like to comment on, please do. If you want to like and subscribe, and just thank you for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next